Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Cherry, Lee. We're here to talk about Canada and Thailand,
Thailand.
and we're going to talk
About
about
for elderlies.
for the elderly, yes, for the old people. We're going to talk about entertainment, things to do, and sort of like community all as one. And
Mm-hmm.
so, what I was trying to do with this one is I wanted to talk about we're going to be doing some stuff at our house in Bangkok.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about the differences between how we've talked a little bit how they like their lifestyle and stuff like that, but like what do they do for fun? Um, do they have groups? We mentioned like Thais do have groups. Canadians have groups of people they get together. So let's talk more about that. And what do they do for fun? Like what do they actually do for fun? And the different types of things they do. Okay, so that's sort of
Okay.
where I want to go.
First of all,
Yeah.
in Thailand, when they're getting old,
Mm-hmm.
most of the time they stay at home, right? Or the children bring them to the mall.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I have seen it. Yes, I have seen it. Yeah. Okay.
Thai people, walking in the mall is quite being our lifestyle because everywhere in Bangkok, in Thailand, especially the city area,
There's
full of
malls.
malls.
That's interesting. Let me cut in there for 1 second. We call them mall walkers, and
Yeah.
yes, we do have that in Canada too. So go on. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Two things. Watch TV. And right now, you guys have the phone for your parents, right? The
Right.
grandparents.
Yeah.
They're on the Line application, which is Thai people use it to contact our friends.
Yes.
For you guys, you might use
Facebook
WhatsApp,
or WhatsApp
Messenger, right?
Messenger. Yeah.
So over here, old people they use Facebook, they use Line application to contact people,
Yeah.
and they just send the news, some fake news,
Fake news. Yep.
and also greeting to their friends like every morning, which is their lifestyle to do in every
Yeah.
morning,
That,
to send a flower picture, to say hello Monday, hello Tuesday,
right.
hello every day, and
Right.
is their lifestyle.
Yeah.
But some people, if they quite extrovert, like love to see other people, they might go out to talk with the neighbors.
Yes, we see that
Yeah.
in our area right here. We definitely see that, and that's
Yeah.
kind of a cool thing. And they do
and
have their own little community thing going on here. They hang out and stuff for that.
and if uh some people are really religious, they go to the temple to meet
Uh
some friend who religious too,
yeah.
and serving the temple, like cleaning the area, preparing uh flowers for the
That's
ceremony,
yeah.
preparing the food, cooking, something like that. And if they're interested in working out, and if they live nearby the park, they might have that
The park gym.
senior club in the park.
Yeah.
Might do the tai chi,
Yeah, I saw some of that
or
downtown.
the movements,
Saw that downtown,
dance,
yeah.
walking around the park, something like that.
Okay.
And not a lot. From my opinion, I think the activity is not a lot for them to do.
So they hang out at home basically type thing.
Most of the time, stay home
Well,
and on screen.
yeah, on screen like we're on screen watching and you're watching us right now. Why are you watching us? Go out for a walk in the dangerous Bangkok area.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so now I'll ask you your perspective of Canada since you got to go there, but
Mhm.
I would just say the things I observe as a Canadian for the elderly. There are we do like a lot of the elderly do a lot of bus trips. They'll travel
Mm.
to like America, or like Buffalo, New York, or New York City, stuff like that. They'll go shopping. So like I'm trying to entertainment wise, those are the types of things they like to do. Also, other things they like to do, which you got to see a little bit of, is they have their own community groups and stuff like that, like for different areas. So you could have like a Muslim community group, or you could have a Jewish community group, or
Mm-hmm.
a Catholic community group. So you have the different things like that, but they all do also interact with each other
Mm-hmm.
in different areas. So, like for instance, my mom has a Catholic group, and she has people who are from different backgrounds and that, but they're Catholic. But then maybe they go to different activities. Like maybe they
Mm-hmm.
belonged in the army, so they go Salvation Army stuff, and they do
Mm.
volunteer stuff like that, right? Like my
Yeah.
mom. So they might do separate things there,
Mm-hmm.
and then sometimes you'll see. Sorry, sometimes I'll see stuff like they'll do the activities, right? Like that's
Mm-hmm.
what you saw. You can talk. I'll let you talk about what you saw from there, but they'll do different activities like board games and stuff like that. They
Yeah.
do bridge. Bridge is a big thing for the elderly in Canada, and like here, they like to stay home and relax. Um, like I said, they do have the community,
Mm-hmm.
and things they like to do besides shopping and stuff like that is probably hang out and dine out and stuff like that, because they're
Mm.
retired and they want to relax. And the other thing they like to do is, besides going to America, is snowbirding. We call it snowbirding, which
Mm-hmm.
means in wintertime they leave and they go down south. They go into a warm spot. And now that might be a cruise ship, and that
Mm.
might be Florida or Texas, or even Arizona or Las Vegas. Some like I know old people who've gone to Las Vegas for 6 months. You know what I mean? It's a little bit
That's
cooler there, but they
so
like
they
that.
do well love old
No,
people.
not necessarily all well off. They're just snowbirds. So
Mm.
snowbirds are like upper middle class. They have some money.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about finances early on, so they've got money to go traveling once or
Mm-hmm.
twice a year type thing, and they can afford to go down there, save
Mm.
some of that extra money, and maybe live in a smaller place,
Mm-hmm.
but live down there. You know what I mean? And experience their summers or so forth. And then,
For us, for traveling activity, most most will go with the family,
yeah,
like
okay,
with us
right,
or the children, like the grandchildren, and some who still like active,
right,
they might go with their friend, their old friend,
mm,
and go to travel together. Yeah,
okay,
two type of traveling,
okay,
but they not be like snowbirds because
yeah,
over here we don't have problem like that. The weather is the same, right?
yeah. It's hot.
And hotter
Maybe they can go
and
find a nice
hottest.
cold place to go.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, they might go to like Japan,
yeah, Japan or Korea.
Korea.
You went to Korea. You liked
Yeah.
it, and I'm sure you saw lots of people. Now, I just want to talk a little bit from your perspective, because
Mm-hmm.
I wanted you to talk more about the activities you saw,
Yeah.
because this is like things to do, entertainment, and the community, all in one. So, what types of things did you see that you found very interesting
Mm.
and like what did you find interesting about the old people and their
I
activities and stuff?
find out that old people over there, they quite uh active, in my opinion. Like, and they have the group that, how to explain it, the group of friends that they come to know each other in the senior
Become
club
friends, yeah.
and become friends when
And they weren't
they
friends
get
before.
old.
Yeah, they weren't
Some
friends
of
before.
them were friends before.
Yeah,
Some of them just meet in the senior club
right, and they become friends. Yeah,
and become friends.
yeah,
And having the tangible activity,
yeah.
like
Like
playing
what?
shuffleboard, doing the trivia that I never see in
Yeah,
my country. And they set up the breakfast meetup
right.
like every month.
Every month, like once a month, they do a breakfast
Hmm.
meetup.
And it's something that really, really good, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
because it's the event that bring the old people out from home to meet friends, to talk with friends, hang out with friends.
Right. Now, one thing, unfortunately, you didn't get to experience. My stepmother went to this club, every week, and it was the funniest club. I'll tell you all about it. So, so you said they go to breakfast, once a month.
Mm.
Well, she was in this other club. It was a Weight Watchers Club type thing. So it was about looking at your weight. So I'll tell you,
Mm.
it was a good story. So what, so what she would do is she'd go every week on a Tuesday, and they'd starve themselves on Monday night. They wouldn't eat late Monday night, and they just drink water. Every Monday night they drink water, trying to lose weight, right? So they come in on Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. They'd all sit around and they all high five each other. And it was a small group, like 40 people, and she would weigh herself,
Okay.
right? And then they would compare it to last week. And the whole goal was to lose a little bit of weight. But what they would do is they'd lose the weight, then they'd gain it back for the week.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know how they gain the weight back?
Just go out to eat and hang out.
Better than that. So they would weigh themselves. You're right. But what they would do is they weigh themselves. And they'd all feel fantastic about themselves. And the second they left, they all got in cars and they went straight to have a massive breakfast because they were starving. And then they spend the next 6 days trying to recover,
Okay.
to get down and lose another quarter ounce or whatever it was, right? So that was a fun activity. You never got to see that.
Yeah.
It was funny because I never went inside, but Sharon, she would be enthusiastic. I said, "Why do you ever come here on a Monday? You're always eating a piece of toast for dinner." I'm like, "Oh, no reason. Gotta go weigh myself in the morning, And she's like, "That's stupid, But it was a fun activity they did,
Yeah,
and it was a small group of them. And then also, out of that group of like 40 people,
Yeah.
probably 10, 15 go to some of the other groups, right?
Mhm.
So I always found it very interesting. I was like, it was the dumbest one of all, but it was a great way to have breakfast every week. Every Tuesday, go for breakfast,
Yeah.
and then every month they do a big breakfast. So you
Oh.
had like 4 breakfasts and the big one, like a month end breakfast, and then you'd have the one at the other place we go to, right?
Yeah.
So it was all about breakfast in Canada, I guess,
Yeah. And the reason why they have to have the weight club because they eat and they have something to lose.
And they have something to feel healthy about. They feel good about themselves, right?
Yeah.
And you're right. It's something to do, but it's also something to focus on, right? And I think
Yeah.
that's what you and I are trying to get towards, right? Like, let's just talk about,
And I see the idea from Canada
yeah,
that having a lot of social club
right,
and it's make old people like working their brain,
right, and more
having
active too.
conversation. They're more active in their head,
Yeah,
right? And they still like preserve their memories or whatever, and still have
Interactions,
interaction
yeah.
activity with people. Because over here, like I said, they more staying at home
right.
and waiting for their children to come home
It's almost like having something to do
and be
to look forward
alone.
to.
Being
Canada,
alone
yeah.
during the day and watch the TV or watch the
Watch us on YouTube.
YouTube.
Please don't forget to subscribe. We never asked you. This is the first time,
Yeah.
and definitely not the last time. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So if we can set up the social club
right,
for the old people over here, I think it's gonna be benefit for them and uh take the like expand the active time in their life
right.
more.
Enjoyable too.
Yeah. Because over here, maybe because of the city design, which is never designed.
Not good.
And it's make the old people getting old right away. Like
Right.
like when your mom travel here, it's hard for her to walk on the footpath. It's a
Absolutely.
lot of level, a lot of obstacle for her to fall down all the time,
Right.
right? And like I said in the video before, that old people here don't walk. They
No.
don't walk. They go by car,
Or they go to the mall and walk. And that's
Mm.
it. But that's the kids bringing them out and like, get back in the car and let's go home.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think having some sort of social club here will be good for them
Okay.
and it will be benefit them a lot.
Okay. All right. So this is all about things to do, activities and stuff like that, and
Mhm.
community. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.